Hi Julia Watts here, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to continue with Andy Skinner's watercolour sketches, and I'm going to do something with this image from a video that I posted earlier. I've actually recreated it because I've kind of skipped a few steps, but so basically we've got the watercolour sketches Best Friends from Andy Skinner rubber stamp set, and stamped it and then masked it off, and then I've stamped over it the Textures Vintage Brick from Sentimentally Yours using potting soil, Wendy, Vecchi make art. And you'll find those available over on my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk. So after I did the video to create this, which I'll put the link on this video so you can watch it, I decided that I wanted to actually put it in my art journal, because, you know, make cards with these, but not many people buy cards nowadays, unfortunately, and it's nice to have a record of some of the techniques that you've done. So I will quickly colour this one in to show you how I've coloured it in, and I've used 3 of the watercolour blending brush pens from Sentimentally Yours. I'm not sure what sets they're for, because mine are sorted into colour order now and they're used in workshops, so they get mixed up. I do know that the skin tone now is from set 3, and again you'll find those over on my website. So I'm just going to, because this is not watercolour card, this is the pure white card from Sentimentally Yours. You can't see it, but I'm just going to scribble a little bit of the skin tone, because I don't want it to be very dark, and the colour doesn't really move on the pure white card. So I'm just scribbling some on my craft sheet so I can just pick it up and then colour in the bits of skin that are showing. They are, because they of the nature of these stamps, they don't really need much colouring in, and you don't need to be a colourist to colour them in either. You can do the most basic of colouring in. I have to remember that the potting soil make art is a dye-based ink, so that won't necessarily move much, but you might get a little bit of interference, so just be wary of that. I need a little bit more of that one. It is very, very light. That's all we're doing there. I know you probably can't see very much. Hopefully you can see a little tint. It is a tint, it's not a full-blown colour. So that's that one. Just wipe that one off. And for the doggy, I'm going to make it a golden Labrador. So I'm just going to take some of the sort of light mustard yellow and just go over very roughly like that, and perhaps go over a second time to make him a bit darker. So there's no blending that you can do really on this card. I'm also going to make her blonde as well. So just add a bit of yellow to her hair, so she's a straw blonde, like so. Then I've got this lovely colour here, which I'm going to do some direct, and I'm going to do some watercolour down. Sorry, I need to cough. Okay, so I'm just going to put some of this, it's like a salmon pink. I'm just going to do some bits direct. As I say, it doesn't really move very much, and you should really wait for areas to dry before you put some in. And you can see on the back, you can see, I don't know if you can see, but where the water is, it kind of, the card pips, well, it kind of, you can see it on the back. I don't know what the terminology is. So just going to add a little bit so we do get a bit of an accent directly. Not sure if this is how Phil does it, but this is how I've done it. And then I'm going to scribble some on my mat. Again, this is a darker colour, so you can see this a bit more. They are juicy, so don't worry, you won't be wasting any of these. One set of my pens I've had for, well, since before they were released on TV, so I think it's coming up to 5 years in September that the first were released, which is a long time. It doesn't seem that long, but I'm sure it is. To get Phil to tell me, I'm sure it is. Long time. They are super pens. Anybody that uses them in my classes is very impressed, because you've got the super fine nib, and they just last. And there's so many. There are so many different techniques that you can do. You can do your backgrounds with them. You can kind of scribble some, add some water, and do your flicky techniques with them. You know, you can scribble some on your craft sheet and then mix and paste in with them to give yourself a little bit of a tint to your texture paste. Lots of things that you can do with them. I think that's good. I think that's enough. We don't need any more than that. Clean. Let's just make sure we've got all that off there. Okie dokie. So that's all there is to it. All there is to it. So she's now coloured in. Doesn't she look fab? Really, really easy to do. Okay, so put that to one side and let it dry. And then I thought to myself, well, in fact, let's bring it back for a minute. Then I thought to myself, oh, I'd like to keep it in my art journal. I wonder what I can do with it. So I've taken this die set from Elizabeth Craft Designs, which is 1744 Planner Essentials 26, Planner Pocket 4 tag and toppers. So obviously this is going to create a pocket. Then you've got two different size tags. This die is going to give you a top, let's take it out, a top to that tag. So it's going to give you a torn edge, which is really cool. Then you've got this larger tag here. Let's put that back again. Where did that go? There it was. Then you've got this larger tag here. And then this has got three different toppers. This one cuts out numbers. So you see through it and there's numbers. Then you've got the torn edge like you've got with the smaller one. And you've also got this one that cuts out, it's got it leaves stars behind, which is the one that I've actually used. And you can see that they go on the top there to kind of give you a different top to each of your tags. You've got three tops for the large one and one top for the smaller one. I don't currently have this one in stock, but you know, I can get it. If you want it, let me know. I can get it for you if it's in stock. And as always, there's a bit of inspiration on the back for what you can do with it. There is another tag set which I have used to create my blank page, and this, I do have this one in stock. This is 2055 tab 4 with tags. But if I show you what my thinking was, so the thinking was that I would cut this out, and of course you'll look at that. Actually, this isn't too bad. I think I must, when I stamped this one, I must have stamped the background further down. So I could, if I wanted to, I could extend that brick wall just up there, and that would work better for what I want. But I'm going to show you what I've done. So if you've used a slightly smaller piece of card, because this is a bit bigger than A6, and I used A6, that you can still actually use what you're doing. So, but I can actually use that as a proper tag. Win, 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 win. So of course then you have to think about what topper can I use. So if you want to use that, you've got to then move this further up. Here you go. So you see, if you want to keep her head not covered, you do need to move up a bit, which means that you can't cut all of the tag at the back. But that's okay, because when you cut it out and you haven't got a full tag at the back, you put this over the top and nobody will know if it's going directly into your art journal and not actually, you're not going to actually use it as a proper tag. Obviously, if you want to use it as a proper tag, then you need to think about it and, use a bigger piece of card and extend the brick wall. So just some things to think about. I've actually gone for this one because this one actually fitted with my piece of card better. So I've gone for the star one. So you can see that that will fit like that. Okie dokie. So that was my thinking. Now, if I actually use the ones with this set here, see, that one would be, again, far too big, and it doesn't, because it doesn't have these toppers. These toppers for the tags were the key for me deciding which tag set to use. Obviously, if your card is bigger and you extend the brick wall, you can absolutely use these tags that come with the tab 4 die set, which I have got in stock. So just think about it. Obviously, when I was doing it, I didn't think about what I wanted to do afterwards. Hopefully this will show you that if you think about what you want to do afterwards, then you can actually make life easier for yourself, basically. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And this set does come with some fancy reinforcers that fit these tags as well. Right, so let's get onto my page. So we've got that, and you can see how I've told you how I've cut it out. So I've made sure that I can get my top around so that her head isn't covered, and then I've cut it. That's the sound of the cutter, and it's cut it out for me. So let's go forward and show you my page. So here she is. She's cut out, and you can see that I didn't get all of that in, as I said. Okay, and I have actually edged with a bit of Scorched Timber Distress Oxide. Now here is my top, and I've actually cut this out of the Grungy wood, which I haven't got. Oh, I have actually. The Grungy wood paper pad from Elizabeth Craft Designs, which has got lots and lots of really great papers in it, and there's lots of like notes and things. So I'm actually going to put my in my memory book, I'm going to put all my pictures from my 60th birthday, which was a kind of a line dance American type party that I had, and it'll fit with these really well. So, and they are double-sided, and they're very good quality. They are 216 GSM, and you get 12 double-sided sheets, and you get a design on the back of the front sheet as well on my website. Let's just pop it up again to see, just to remind you. So I popped some double-sided adhesive on the back, and I've cut it just to make it easier, I thought, to actually stick it down. And you will find the 4-inch and the double-sided adhesive sheets on my website. Now, when this goes on, you can see you can line that up, and we'll see a bit of the brick underneath. Let me show you. You'll see a bit of brick wall underneath. Now, I did think about some alternatives for this as well. So I took a piece of the pure white card and just kind of scribbled and dipped some of that pink colour into the card, because I thought what I might want to do is actually stick it behind there to give pink behind there instead. It's moving because of the double-sided adhesive. But if I then put that then on there, which looks very nice, it does make a bit of a lip at the back, so there's a difference in levels, because you've got 2 pieces of card on top of the card there, you've got 1 piece on top of the card there, and you've got just the top bit on top of nothing there. So I don't know if I want that, so I think I might just leave it like that. Again, it's alternatives. You do get in the tag set, in the 1744, you do get this little star as well. So what you could do, and it's the same size, what you could do if you wanted to is actually stick those, which are sticking to my finger, on top. Let's try and pick that up. You can actually stick that on top if you wanted to. I don't think I'm going to. This is the thing. You've got options. There's a bit of adhesive on there. Let me get rid of that. And when I use my low tack tape, that's why it's sticking to me. This is an adhesive eraser, very handy to have. So that's the stars. And I have got some little reinforcers. So I am actually going to put a pink reinforcer on there like that. But I'm not quite ready to stick it down yet because I want to actually do my background. Let's make sure I keep all my bits. I've also got a Wordy. This is from the, I think it's from the Everyday. It says You and Me. We're going to use that. I've just lost a star. Let me keep all my bits. Okay. So this is the background we're using. Again, it's from the Grungy wood, and it's cut with that tab 4 with tags die set, which I've got in stock. And you see the other side's got the music on it, which is what I've used for the top of that. That's from that sheet there. I think we're going to just add a little bit of decoration to this because I can, but I am dubious as, or not dubious, I'm in two minds as to what I want to actually use on top. I definitely want to use this die set here, which is called, this stamp set here, which is called Vintage Inspiration. It's been well loved, it's been used in workshops, it's got paint all over it. And I think I'm going to have the word love down here. And it's got text behind it. It's by Francoise Reed, FRS 650. It's got make time to, always try to, and you've got inspire, create, believe, love, art, and you've got a number strip, and you've got and. So you might make time to inspire and create art you could have if you wanted to, for example. Always try to love, always tries to believe. Yeah, it's a really nice, I really love it. It's from ages and ages ago, but I really love that one. And I think in the background we're going to use Inky numbers because I really like this set. So let's grab a block and we'll grab some. I think I want that number 542 somewhere. I could put Inky numbers at the top actually like that. I'm not bothered if they're not perfect, so I'm not going to put them on a mat. So they are going in my background. So my quandary was to whether to use baby pink, which would probably be a bit of a mistake seeing there's blue on that stamp, or to use the sand dune. I think, so my stars stand out in the pink. I think I'm going to try sand dune. Just go with it. Let's just try it. This might be a funny colour as well because of the blue on the back, but we'll see. Let's see what it looks like on a piece of paper. So wake that colour up. That might be interesting actually. That's quite nice. I think that'll look quite nice on there. What do you think? I'm talking to you like you can answer me back. And again, you'll find this on my website. I do like the Inky numbers. So let's have it. They're all random. So let's have it. Do I want it right the way over there? I'm going to go over where my reinforcer is as well. Liking that. That's fab, doesn't it? Definitely the right colour choice, that. Morning Mist might have worked as well. I love the kind of stencil design that there is on this. Obviously, I haven't stenciled it. You could stencil if you wanted to, but I love that. I should have put a piece of paper behind here, but I'll have to mop up. Like that one. Just bringing my piece of paper. Better late than never. Don't want to lose my bits. And I'm going to just put one. Do I want one down here? Yeah, I'm going to just put them down here. So we've got layers. So we've got that stencil pattern, and then we've got the Inky numbers. second. Let's have it. Pop the camera. Let's have it off there like that. So that's a bit darker because it's picked up some, it started to reignite some of the colour that was on the stamp. Not quite straight, but it doesn't matter, it's absolutely fine. I'll live with that. Right, so we clear that off in a minute. Then I think I want that one I told you about. Number wherever it is. I'll use this block because this is small. It says number 542. I like that one. It's one of my favourites. Will it fit on there? Oh, it will. Let's put it on that little one instead. Because it's always better to use a block that's closer to the side, that size that you want. Let's have number 542 up there. Might be straight. Not bothered. Not bothered at all. Let's have it coming off the page there. Might not see some of this because we might be stamping over it. We'll have that there like that. Okey-dokey. That'll do. Not going to do any more. What we also want to do is stamp love, but I think I'm going to actually get my other bits and pieces on, and then I'll stamp the word love from that vintage inspiration in a little while. So let's just make sure that we've got no ink on here. Because I didn't put my paper down until halfway through. Okay, right, so let's bring in this lovely tag. We need to try and line this up, so I'm going to just peel some of the adhesive off, but not all of it. The double-sided adhesive sheets, the rolls, the 4-inch rolls, they might seem expensive, but they last a long time. When years ago, when Els was on Create and Craft, and I bought loads of dies, probably when I bought this one, I bought the 4-inch roll, and then she was on again because they go out of stock really quickly. Then she was on again, so I bought another one because I didn't want to run out, and I'm still on that first roll. So there we go, you can see that's lined up perfectly with the hole as well, which helps. And then that is going to go on there like that. I'm sure that's what I said I was going to do. So let's get some more tape on the back, and I am going to go tape rather than glue. And this is the, I don't know if this is 9 or 12 millimetre tape, but I haven't been able to get hold of any of that. It's been out of stock. Oh, I was going to put twine in as well. Need to find some. I found a bit of jute twine. Just pop that in. And we'll take the backs off those. Obviously twine is optional, you don't have to. Oh, I'll tell you what I've forgotten to do. In my haste to put the jute twine on, let's take that out a second. I haven't put my reinforcer on, I need that on. Jesus. Get carried away. I'm thinking, oh, I remember the twine. I've got the reinforcer, but I remembered the twine. Sticking to the back now. now I can put the twine in. I go front to back. Yeah, it's as if I didn't forget. So let's have it like so. And I put the other reinforcers on that I was going to do. Well, I was going to do my stars as well, so let's get the stars on. So double-sided adhesive on the back of these as well. I was going to put a couple up here, just to bring in the pink, really. I don't know how I want them now. Like that. I can't see. Like that. Look. Let's have them like that. And we'll have a couple down here as well. Like that. Like that. Let's have it like that. And reinforcers. Now, some of the reinforcers, they're very hard to get off the backing because they're quite detailed. So I have got in my Mama Makes book some of the ones that I struggled to get off. Not, I didn't struggle to get off the backing. They just didn't want to stay on the backing. So I've got this kind of ampersand, and this is from the, I believe this is from the, oh, I only just got room there, from the heart page. And I thought it would be appropriate for the page here, and it's in the same pink as I've used for the stars and for the reinforcer that's on there. And I've got a couple of these little reinforcers. I'm not sure which set it's from. It's not from reinforcement pack 3. There's only reinforcement pack 3 available at the moment. But this is cut in the same card as that, so I thought that would kind of marry up nicely. And this one. And then all we need to do is we want to add our wordy as well. So I've got you and me, which I thought I can add that straight or that way. So I think I'm going to have it just over like that on a slight bulk. I need some thinner double-sided. This is just some 3mm that I picked up off Amazon because I couldn't get the Elizabeth Craft Designs, which is always my double-sided adhesive of choice, certainly for the thin and for when you're using it with your memory books. But this is fine. So you and me is just going to go like that, and then we're going to stamp here. Hopefully I don't wreck everything by stamping here, but that's what I'm going to do. I am going to test it first, test the stamp first. And this go in here, yes it will. Oh, bang, 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 bang. Oh, magnets like each other. Stick. That's going to go there, and then we're going to have another one here. I'm quite pleased with this page. Obviously you could put something here as well on the tab. Right, so we are going Nocturne because she is stamped and the little puppy is stamped with Nocturne, and I want it to stand out, and I want the word love. But as I said, this stamp hasn't been used for ages. The last time it was used was in the workshop that Leonie did with me, and it got very painty and very messy, and I had to scrub all my stamps, which is fine, absolutely fine. They seem to have survived. So I'm just going to put it where I want it. Pick it up. And then I'm going to take my page out and put my scrap paper in. This is just an alternative to using acetate to reposition it. Let's just grab my Nocturne. It'll also show me, I mean, it is a grungy stamp. It'll show me if I've got any bits on it. Oh, there's the pen out of the way. Don't know what the pen's doing there, actually. That looks fabulous. Right, we're going with that. Look at that. Oh, fabulous. Right, grab my page. Loving my page. I'm really pleased I decided to do this. I'll probably do it with some of my other images as well, just so I've got them, because these Andy Skinner images are just so beautiful. And I think I'll probably do it with one page with each, actually, because I love them. I know a lot of you do too. I think it's straight-ish. We'll see. I'm just going to leave it like that. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Look at that. So that's my page finished. I'm very happy with that. And I'll go in my planner. Let me drop it down so you can see. Oh, down, 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 down. There we go. Very happy with that. I'll lift it up so you can see all the different bits. So going from the top, you can see where I've stamped onto that beautiful paper from the Grungy wood from Elizabeth's Craft Designs. We've got the top of the tag, got the stars, then we've got the wordy and the beautiful best friends image with the brick vintage textures, vintage brick Sentimentally Yours stamp, more stamping, and then you've got that vintage inspiration at the bottom. Just before I go, I'll show you one of the other images. I did this video previously, and you can find out how to see how I stamp that, but just to show you, I can do exactly the same thing with this. So this is that same tag here. So again, I've obviously, because I've already stuck the wordy down, I would need to move over a bit to get that whole wordy in, but I can go up and I can go to the bottom of her legs, perhaps like so. You don't worry about getting the whole image in. And then I can perhaps take the torn top and use the torn top over the top. So I will do that and pop that in my journal as well. I might even do a video with it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. You can find a lot of the products over on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk. Do check out some of my other videos on my Julia Watts Crafts channel, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to read your comments. And as I said, I will put the link for how I did the stamping for the best friends. I'll put that in the description for this video. So thank you for watching.